guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Nicole and fall has finally sprung. I think the high on Wednesday is supposed to be 75, which is still fall, and it's better than, I'm a summer girl, bring on the heat, but this summer was ridiculous. So I'm ready for fall, I'm ready for sweatshirts, I'm ready for whatever. So a few weeks ago I made homemade pumpkin puree, but then I came across a different way to make it that's supposed to take 10 minutes plus a little bit of prep time. I have always been one, when I find hacks like these, I want to try them. I want to know if it's true or not. So that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to make homemade pumpkin puree in 10 minutes with a little bit of prep time. I want to know if it works. Will you join me? Alright, let's go to the kitchen if you can ever pry me away from being in front of the heater, because I am a summer girl and I am always cold. Okay, so nothing changes here. First thing you want to do, wash the outside of your pumpkins. Basically get any germs, debris, whatever off of them, because you are going to be putting the insides near the outsides when you're stacking them into your cooker, so just clean them. Then you're going to cut the tops off, you're going to cut them in half, you're going to gut them. Everything's the same as when we made the homemade pumpkin puree a couple of weeks ago. And it is a very good idea to just go ahead and have a bowl to collect all the scraps. Okay, so we need to prep our pressure cooker. First thing you want is a trivet, because you do not want your pumpkin to sit down on the bottom of your pressure cooker. So we're going to put the trivet in. We are going to add in 1 cup of water. That will help it. And then we're going to use aluminum foil. Can you see my box here? Might be excessive, but so, I'm just going to make something for the pumpkin to sit on, because again, you don't want it to sit directly on. And mine is a 6-quart pressure cooker. But you just don't want it to sit directly down on the bottom of this. So that's why we're putting in the aluminum foil. You got your trivet, your aluminum foil. We're also going to cut these into smaller, more manageable pieces. Come in, probably cut it in half, and then probably in half again. And not cut ourselves. It does help if you put solid side down. Gives you a little something more sturdy to help hold it in place. And maybe if you go at it this way, it's less likely to flip because you're coming at the back side. So, something to contemplate, or, you know, throw one on the floor. That works. Okay, so we have our pieces. We have our aluminum foil in here. We are going to put our pieces skin side down into the pressure cooker. So now, we figure out how the lid goes on, because I don't know. Make sure your seal is in there without that gasket. Aha! Okay, it's locked. So now we want to I don't use this enough to actually know how to use it very well. So we're going to pressure cook. And we want 10 minutes. We want pressure high, delay off, and start. It is run its 10-minute course. The next thing to do is you can either let it natural release or you can release it. If you release it, make sure that your Instapot is, not up against a wall or anything, and keep your fingers out of the way because it will steam. Let's see what happens. We are going to manual release the steam. Pull it this way just a little bit. Here's where I tell you that I don't use this pressure cooker very often, and all I had to really do was push the button and it would hold itself down until all the steam had released. The steam is the pressure and we are manually releasing it, so let it manually release, stay out of its way, and let it do its thing. It doesn't appear to be anymore, so here's hoping that I do this right. Open away from you, so if there is any residual steam, it doesn't get you. There is our pumpkin, and if you can see, that skin is just coming off, and that's what they said would happen. Let's get some tongs in there and pull that out. Being careful, because again, whoa, that just fell apart. Literally. I didn't hit the record button. I'm sitting here talking to you guys and didn't even hit the record button. So this one just fell right off. Like I flipped it that way, it fell back this way, there's that. I know I am removing this carefully because it is hot on the cutting board, but I don't have my food processor pulled out just yet. I can just use a bench scraper to pick up all this pumpkin off of. And look at that, it just falls right off. Batch number 2, done. Open away from you, so that the steam goes that way. And there's our next batch. See if I can get this out any easier than I did the last batch. The thing fell down, so that means I can pull away. Now it's time to pull out your food processor, or you can pull out a blender, especially if you have a heavy duty blender. Or you can use a potato masher if you don't have anything. The blender or the food processor will give you a more consistent level of pumpkin puree. Anyway, bench scraper, greatest thing to man, I swear. And do this in batches, don't be like me. I filled mine way too full, but that's just what I chose to do. Don't be like me. Do it in batches. I'll say it again for those in the back that didn't hear me. Don't be like me. Do it in batches. Because I filled mine so full, I did go ahead and pull out a spatula and kind of scrape down the sides. Don't be afraid to do that. But again, do it in batches. Somehow I managed to get pumpkin everywhere. I even had it on the back of my phone. I had it all over my hands. And yes, I know, I do not have a phone case on my phone. I have not carried a phone case on my phone in like 7 years. Oh, I'm trying to go the wrong way with the wrong hand. There we go. I am right-handed. Okay, there it is. Now, you can tell it's a little liquidy. If you want it to be a little thicker, they say to take a fine mesh strainer with doubled up cheesecloth. You pour your pumpkin puree in the cheesecloth, the doubled up cheesecloth. Squeeze it through the fine mesh strainer. I'm not going to do that. For one, I don't have any cheesecloth. For two, I'm just not going to do it right now. Okay, now we're going to put it in a jar. I even got pumpkin on my jar. How in the world? Pumpkin everywhere. Okay, one jar down. A lifetime to go. Oh, not that kind of. Got it. We had about the same poundage-wise of pumpkin this time as I did the last time I made the pumpkin puree. That was 5 or 6 cups, and that's probably about what I have here, roughly estimated, without just measuring. So, now we're ready to make all the pumpkin things. Again, if you make anything that I've done, please let me know that you tried it. Give this a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye!